This video describes a fantastic September sailing trip in Turkey. We started in Göcek, sailed very fast to Kalkan and Kaş, and in Kaş we took a ferry boat to the beautiful Greek island of Kastellorizo. I made a video about this trip, so we start here. You see the beautiful Kekova road, and as I already described in my last video about sailing in Turkey, the wonderful area of Kekova road with the underwater sunken city of Kekova road, I give you only here some impressions of the beauty of this place. Yeah, and then we sailed immediately towards the east, and it's incredible how it changes. There are only a few boats because most of the charter boats only go towards Kekova road and not further on towards the east. We passed Demre, then we passed Finike and went directly towards the Cape of Burnu. You see here wonderful sailing in about 12 to 15 knots of wind with full main and the full Genoa out alongside the coast. And the beautiful islands that are around the cape. Then we continued directly to the beautiful island of Suluada. It's a bit difficult to stop there. There are during the days a lot of excursion boats. You see only here very few anchoring in the two places where there's good to anchor, but beautiful colors. You see the intense red of the island, and here a nice beach, but as it was a bit choppy, you see here the waves, we decided not to anchor here and stop for the night, but to continue and anchor in the well-protected Bay of Koyu. Morning from Koyu, a wonderful bay, and what you cannot see is the beautiful smell of the pine trees that are here. And were here in the morning, and you see nobody was anchored. We had a very safe night, but now in the morning already the first gullets appear and will bring the people to the bay. So we decided to lift the anchor and go towards the northeast alongside the beautiful coast. You see here some impressions from the trip. And here you see already our first destination, the wonderful bay and beach of Korsean Cove. We enjoyed our stay here very much. We swam to the beach and chilled. After that, we passed by, you see here, aquarium, a wonderful small bay with beautiful water. But we decided to continue our trip. On the other side of the peninsula is Port Genovese. You see here, it's a well-protected bay and it's bigger, but also very green and very good places to anchor. We decided not to anchor here, but to sail towards Olympia. You see here, it's a bit an open bay, but the conditions were quite good, so we anchored in front of the beach. Unfortunately, my crew was not motivated to see the wonderful sight of Olympia. Alessandra and me have already seen it, so we only stopped there for a swim and then sailed using the wonderful light thermal breeze to the fantastic peninsula of Phaselis. There should be mooring buoys, but when we came there, most of them were gone away to the beach or to areas where it was not possible to take them. There was only one gullet anchored on a mooring bay, another gullet anchored. So we checked all the area and decided to anchor quite centrally because we knew that the wind will change. We have in this area, of course, thermal winds that come in the late evening and in the night from the land towards the sea. So the waves calm down and are very protected. Here you see already our anchoring place on the next morning. There is a beach where we landed. Yeah, we paddled with our stand-up paddle towards the beach of Phaselis, and now we are conquering the site. Enjoy! Lycia has 3 ports, and this is the main road that is connecting the southern and the northern ports. Phaselis was an ancient city in modern-day Turkey, founded by Rhodians around 690 before Christ on a beautiful peninsula, making it a vital trading center for goods like timber and rose oil. It came under the rule of various powers, including the Persians, Alexander the Great, who conquered it in 334 before Christ, and also after that the Romans. After periods of decline due to pirate raids and competition from other ports, Phaselis was largely abandoned in the 10th century. And it's now a beautiful site, very well preserved ruins. The Turkish government is rebuilding it, but in a very beautiful way. The reconstruction is going on. Enjoy the beautiful site. Alles gut. Das sieht ein bisschen nach Adventure aus.
Also wir konnten es probieren, das ist ein bisschen steil, die Frauen würden es reklamieren.
Das ist auch schön. After this fantastic, inspiring visit, we went back to the boat and already had decided to go back towards Demre because there was a forecast of unusual, very strong northwest winds. So we decided not to sail to Kummer, which was our original plan, but to sail back to the south and pass the Cape Burunu before the wind comes. We had enough time to make a short stop at Suluada, but it was a bit crowded of excursion boats. We had to motor at the beginning, but then could set the sails. So we arrived in the evening near Demre in the Bay of Andriake, took the dinghy towards the river and went to our favorite Captain Cafe, eat very good for very good prices, and enjoyed the wonderful dinghy ride back. Here you see the river with the boats and some restaurants. On the next morning I enjoyed the sunrise. You see here beautiful colors, quiet bay, and then we took the stand-up paddles and paddled towards the river on the other side, on the north side of the bay, which leads to fantastic landscape. Wonderful ride with a stand-up paddle. As you can see here, the river and the beautiful landscape ahead. We saw a lot of turtles. Here you see one. They like the seagrass very much and enjoy the calm water if there are not so many tourists coming and disturbing there. Andreas and Anna were coming around the corner. After this beautiful excursion, we went only 2.5 sea miles to Gokaya Limani Bay, which is very beautiful, as you can see here, very well protected against every wind, very calm, and beautiful water, and also a little river where Andreas and me took a ride. Andreas and Liana had to leave earlier, so we decided to go very early in the morning to Kash so they could take the bus to the airport of Dalaman. Here you see the wonderful sunrise at sea. Of course, there are a lot of beautiful bays alongside the coast of Turkey, from Bodrum to Fethiye, Kaş and Kekova Road. But as said at the beginning, this part from Kekova Road to Kummer and then also Antalya is very special. There are only very few charter boats and also very few owner boats. So You can stay alone in many bays. We enjoyed that very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like or a comment, that helps very much. And look at the other beautiful videos on my channel.